Now this is probably one of the oldest decks that I used to play, but I stopped playing. It's about time we finally get back into it. What's going on? It's your boy JP and we have my first ever BlackWing deck profile on the channel for May 2022. Before we get into my rambles and explanations, let's get into the deck. So starting off with the monsters, with 1 BlackWing is under the Timely Night, 3 Simoon the Poison Wind, 2 Chris the Crack of Dawn, 3 Boar of a Spear, 1 Zephyros the Elite, 3 Shaman the Sandstorm, 3 Sufri the Illusionist Spark, 2 Oyster the South Wind, 1 Raider's Wing, 2 BlackWing Gale, 1 Phantom Knights of Solar Boots, 1 BlackWing Harmattan the Dust, 3 BlackWing Vata the Knave, 1 Chinook the Snowstrike, 2 Vayu the Emblem of Honor, and 1 Orochi the Squall for the monsters. Sure, a lot of monsters in this deck. Now for the spells we have 3 Laura Darkness, 3 Black Whirlwind, and 1 Black Feather Whirlwind. For the traps we have 1 Phantom Knight Shape Breeding, 1 BlackWing Twin Shadow, and 1 Phantom Knight's Fog Blade. So for the main deck, for the extra deck, we're starting off with 1 Assault BlackWing Onimaru the Divine Thunder, 1 BlackWing Assault Dragon, 2 BlackWing Full Armor Monster, 1 Black Winged Dragon, 1 Assault BlackWing Rakiri the Rain Shower, 1 Chidori the Rain Sprinkling, 1 Obsidian Hawk Joe, 1 Armor Monster, 1 No Fung the Starlight, 1 Boreas the Evil Wind, and 1 Assault BlackWing So have the Rain Storm. For the Synchros, for the 1x's we have Raider of the Forstrix, and for the 2 links we have 1 Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish and 1 Raider of the Wise Strix. That's it for the extra deck. I'm going to go through side deck. These are all other cards that I would consider playing in situational situations. Legit, just situational situations. So go ahead and do what you will with those. So let's get into the explanation of the deck. The main focus is to absolutely swarm the field, spam out Black Winged Dragon along with Full Armor Master and Divine Thunder. So how you typically do that is you start off any combo, you search Vata the Knave, which lets you special summon a BlackWing Dragon. By doing that, you send Zondo to the grave, you banish Zondo, which special summons another BlackWing. You usually have BlackWings in your hand to special summon, so you synchro, climb. It's pretty insane. If you get lucky and start off with a Simoon, you can banish a monster, set Black Whirlwind, normal summon himself, so then you can get a free search. So that typically what you do is you search Sarufi, because then you get 2 normal summons, so you normal summon him, which searches, and you get another search of a Black Whirlwind. If you start with 1 Black Whirlwind in your hand already and a Simoon, you can search so much with this deck. And on top of all that, most of these monsters can special summon themselves, which really leaves unlimited plays. Rusty Bardish comes out easily with the negates, which also brings out a special summon if you want a special summon. Forstrix is good because it searches monsters, and then you can use its effect to pair up with Raider's Wing, which can be another body on board, which is a level 4, which can also pair well with just about any monster in the deck. It's quite good. The only cards I feel like aren't really needed are multiple Gales, but I've always loved Gale and I love its effect. So there's that. Maybe I'll cut down on the Emblem of Honor. Hard to say, but it does come up quite a bit. I quite enjoy this guy's effect. I'm just not sure if I need 2 of them. Honestly, everything just kind of flows with the deck. Lots of special summon potentials, lots of potential in general. A trap card, seems some people don't like it, but I actually quite enjoy it. And I've seen a lot of people don't play Zonda, but sending him to grave and getting his graveyard effect is actually quite amazing, because you can special summon Simoon from deck if you have this guy in grave from banishing himself. So that's a free level 6 on board that you can use to secret quite easily. If you haven't seen the new support, it's mainly focused around the Black Winged Dragon, which also has a new version, Assault BlackWing. So you need is a Synchro tuner, and then a Synchro from your field or grave Battleship Special Summon himself. So you can very easily do that with Vata. You can also send BlackWing Dragon to the grave using Chinook, which also kind of makes me tempted to play 2 BlackWing Dragons, so I can Synchro summon one and then send another one to grave, so I can bring out BlackWing easier. So I have to say this deck is pretty tight. There's some cards you can get rid of, like mainly the ones over here, but they're also really good. One card I noticed a lot of people aren't playing though is Rainstorm. So yeah, because like I think they think it's just not too useful, but I always find myself enjoying the situations where I can Synchro him and Synchro or special summon another Assault BlackWing for grave. It's quite good. Okay, so there's the main explanation to the deck. You just swarm, search, special summon, usually end up on a board with these 3. At least these 3. I used to play other cards in the deck like Heart Red Dragon, Archfiend, etc. But I enjoyed this variant a little bit more. So yeah, like legit, this deck I used to play back in the day. What I'd buy packs that I just scoured through random cards. At the time there's so many BlackWings that I put together BlackWing decks with like random cards that I owed. This was before like I even saw Crow in the anime, I believe, and I quite enjoyed them. It was a really shit deck because I didn't have many cards. I always wanted this guy. He was like my favorite, but I never had him, and I just enjoyed the deck. But then I just found other decks, so I laid this deck to rest for years and years and years. I never played it. I always looked at it, I'm like, that's a cool deck. But the other day I'm like, alright, I want to get back into it. And coincidentally, the day of my birthday, I swear I get new support for decks I play every single birthday. Last year was Cyber Dragon, the year before Elemental Heroes. Like, it's insane. But we got BlackWing support. And like, there's one thing that had me like distant from the deck is cool main deck monsters. However, I quite like the new ones. This guy is like honestly one of the best artworks I've seen ever. I also really like this guy's artwork. And I just find them quite cool. I love the whole samurai look of the BlackWings, the whole theme of the humanoids. They're quite cool. And I remember in the DS games, I used to play BlackWing so much. I'd always play Gale in any sort of synchro deck because I loved Gale so much. It was like definitely one of my favorites. See, I used to like play this so much as a kid online and in person. But then I just stopped and I decided I'm bringing it back, and I really like how this looks. I found it really fun, and I believe if anyone's getting into BlackWings, pick up this deck. I did a lot of research, I put it together, and I learned it fairly quick, and it's quite fun. Same with other decks that I'm going to be uploading, because I'm going to be uploading this Phantom Knights and Thunder Dragon. I put hours of research through multiple days and playtesting into the decks and put them together, put them from scratch. I just learned every card effect within that time span while I was doing all 3 of the decks, and I learned them relatively easy. So there's that. The decks could probably be improved on, but I'm pretty happy with them. So anyway, this is a BlackWing deck, and I am going to get on out of here. So that's that.